Hi, I am Quick Apogean, and this is another quick guide regarding Apogea's basics. Information is taken from February 2025 playtest, and future patches might mix some of it up. You can change your outfit anytime, as long as you have an outfit change charge available. You have to click on one of the buttons in the top left corner of the screen. Choose the type, choose colors, and accept it. There are additional outfits you can unlock via quests or by other means. On playtest, you could just approach some NPC, ask them for outfit, and if you had the proper class and accepted the task, you were given details regarding what they need. Just a quick mention, as it is likely that the entire crafting system is getting a rework. To upgrade an item, you have to get 2 identical items of the same quality and a relevant number of certain ingots. To craft an uncommon item, you must have 1 iron ingot in your backpack. Then you put a normal quality item on the anvil. Then you put another normal quality item on the item you just placed. And poof, if there's anything left there, you pick it up. There is a chance that both items might break. There's a chance that just one of them will break. And there's a chance you'll get 1 upgraded item. Raids are special events during which unique bosses with some extra monsters spawn in one of predefined locations, usually during the night. For example, you might see a Broodmother, a giant boss of rats, that appears near Basile's market. You might find Blackhead, the boss of bandits in their camp, or Gardener around the plains with the mushroom enemies. They are strong enemies, usually deal damage a little bit higher than what you can expect from the monsters in the area. They have a lot of health and require a group effort to be brought down. They drop better loot as well. Attacks in Apogea can be divided into 2 types. Auto attacks, which require the enemy to be right next to you, and area of effect attacks, which can be dodged. I believe most AoE attacks are telegraphed prior to dealing damage, and you can learn how to deal with certain enemies by knowing their attack patterns. For example, Walking Bolitus, the mushroom dude, apart from auto attack, has an area of effect spell that deals magic damage to everything around him in a square-shaped pattern, rotated by 45 degrees. The best way to avoid it is to count time or turns since the first cast, which usually happens at the start of the fight. You can usually attack him 3 times or maybe 4 times with fast daggers, and then immediately you have to run away from him diagonally, in relation to the game world's grid. You also have to be just on the edge of AoE's range. That way you can trigger the AoE cast and still escape its range. Robles, the stronger mushroom dude, has a similar spell, but also shoots projectiles, usually every 2 turns. You just have to keep walking around him, stopping to attack only when you are not in front of him and he's busy casting the projectile. It all varies from playstyle to playstyle and might be more difficult for people with high ping. Or the ones who are greedy and always want to get just 1 more attack. Patience is the key. Every time you die, you lose 10% of your total XP. This means you lose either a meaningful portion of your current level, or that you can lose a level or a couple. The penalty gets harsher the higher level you are. And here's a table that shows what you should expect. You can enable PvP, which will cut the XP loss in half, bringing it to 5%, but it will result in you dropping all your backpacks and maybe some of your equipment on death. Some penalty mitigation in the form of blessings or equipable items is planned to be introduced. Make your minimap larger by dragging its bottom border and make use of it. Sometimes it might reveal enemies that you can't see on your screen, so you can easily know where to go next. especially that you can see players there as well. For as I know, every enemy has a unique minimap icon, although some of them might be difficult to tell apart at a glance. Basile is a large town and Monastery is a temple on its outskirts. These are 2 points where you might start the game, assigned apparently randomly. The road is clear and there's nothing dangerous on the way. You can go back and forth using the same path. Vecan is a desert city. It consists of several pretty complicated buildings, has a bunch of vendors, and you might easily get lost if you take a wrong turn. You should use southeastern desert entrance, and that way the only enemies you might encounter are Occultist Apprentice, Occultist Acolyte, Conquest Fowler, and Bone Eaters in the distance. Going back, you might find Please, a Conquest Fowler, and 1 or 2 Sandskins, which are pretty much stronger goblins. To go back and forth, you should carry a rope and a shovel. You have probably seen many houses with equipment on display. Each one of those houses belongs to a player. To buy a house, first you gotta get a house voucher by either paying around $1, or if you're a premium account subscriber, you have an option to pay with in-game gold at an NPC. Then you have to find a house which is currently free and have enough gold to pay its rent, which depends on its size and location. This allows you to rent the house for a month, and to continue renting the same place, you need to get another house voucher and pay your rent shortly before the end of the month. You might be getting tired of trying to find a torch every time you go underground, especially that they weigh quite a bit. Get a light spell. It allows you to illuminate your surroundings for 5 minutes, requires just 1 magic and 20 mana. You can buy it from Maud in Basile or from Edmund in Monastery for 30 gold. Okay, so that's it. Thank you and bye bye.